Ladies and gentlemen, DeSantis has officially, well, unofficially, I should say, dropped out of the 24 campaign. If he does run, he'll lose, and it'll just be an exercise in trying to cultivate donors and media for 2028. But essentially, the campaign is no longer in existence. Daily Mail today. Are the wheels coming off Ron DeSantis' White House campaign? Top GOP donor says plans to help finance Florida governor's 2024 run are on hold over 6-week. Okay, so here's the thing. This is not exactly true. It's not because of certain laws within Florida. It's the honest truth is that the RCP, the Real Clear Politics average, shows Donald Trump, if you type in Real Clear Politics, Trump versus mashed potato brains, okay, or as he's commonly referred to, Joe Biden, Trump is up by 1.7 points, okay? Now, it really doesn't matter what DeSantis is against Biden. DeSantis cannot defeat Biden because he does not have all of the vote that would go to Trump. So it's 1.6. It says 1.6 DeSantis, but you haven't had media level 24/7 coverage, negative coverage against DeSantis. So you have a Daily Mail article, you have an NBC News article, Ron DeSantis donors and allies question if he's ready for 2024. That's a couple of weeks ago. He's pretty much dropped out of the contest, the presidential contest for 24. There's really no chance that he defeats Trump. If he runs, he'll be doing so just for the campaign donations or just to cultivate a campaign apparatus for 28. I don't see why he should run. Here's the issue. Trump, after having been indicted, okay, is up over Biden by 1 point in an Economist YouGov poll on April 11th that is generally a liberal poll. Okay? You have every single thing that media, the Democrats, Hollywood, everything thrown at Trump, and he's still defeating mashed potato. DeSantis is only up by less over Biden because he is viewed as an alternative to Trump by many people who despise Trump. But if you had 24/7 negative media coverage against DeSantis, the new kind of image he'd have is, well, you know what, Trump is better in certain respects. I mean, he's less authoritarian, he's less of a totalitarian. Look what DeSantis is doing in Florida. It's like, well, conservatives or, most rational and sane people have no problem with what he's doing. Okay? He didn't ban books the way, because of political ideology or because of the way you would ban a book in years past. This is literature that I couldn't read from on this platform. Okay? You couldn't read that literature that apparently students are supposed to read on television because the FCC would fine you. Okay? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, that's, again, what Democrats and media do is, what they do is they take a subject matter and they distort it, and it's completely transformed into something that it's not, and then they stand atop the completely mangled and fabricated viewpoint that masks the reality of the situation. Okay, but anyway, there's a lot of good things that DeSantis has done. The problem is that DeSantis hasn't gone up against a very corrupt system. We'll talk about that. Hit subscribe to this channel. I will have a live stream tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific time, ladies and gentlemen. 9 p.m. Pacific time on this channel. 9 p.m. Be here. ladies and gentlemen, for the live stream. I'll have an upload also probably in a couple of hours. So I will have an upload in a couple of hours, but I will have a live stream. So be here at 9 p.m. tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, DeSantis is done. Billionaire says he is keeping his powder dry on candidates. Florida-based businessman was critical of DeSantis pandering. Okay, well, again, this is if this is a GOP donor and he wants to eventually win, he'll have to go ahead and back Trump. So, or if he enjoys Biden, if this billionaire that thinks that DeSantis is too extreme likes Biden, he can have Biden. We can have Biden with him 90 seconds to midnight. And here's the issue. When I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post, and when I was the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post, and my writing was read hundreds of thousands of times, each article in The Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, other publications in 2015 and 2016, when I said I wasn't voting for Clinton, who I think will be the 24 nominee for Democrats, when I said I wasn't voting for Clinton, and then I said I'm voting for Bernie Sanders only, that's because I thought that Bernie Sanders would be Trump. Record low poverty in 2019. Doha agreement that brought Americans out of never-ending military conflict that Biden completely botched, utilizing our mortal enemies. For what reason? Well, he went past May 1st, 2021. That was a May 1st withdrawal. Anyone who says, well, it was Biden who... No. It was a May 1st, 2021 withdrawal. He didn't even want to get out because he got us in. So, but anyway, those 13 Americans, those 100 Afghans should be alive today. Biden's administration is a complete catastrophe in terms of foreign policy. An unmitigated disaster. We have an invasion under his watch. And, inflation now is normally 6 to 7%. It's not, the Inflation Reduction Act didn't work. Raising interest rates is only going to cause more bank runs. So the Fed is 100% wrong. Powell, I don't know what's going on, but you have the most educated imbeciles running this country now. But at least it's not Trump, so it's like, with Trump that's their mentality. With Trump we had record low poverty in 2019, record highs in household median income. We had the first president to step foot in North Korea. We had a much better economy and foreign policy, infinitely better. We're 90 seconds to midnight now, according to the Bulletin of Atomic Sciences. I'll take Trump's tweets. If you try to create this image of Trump that doesn't exist simply because all of media and even late night and all of media, Hollywood, tech, they're all after Trump because they don't like his personality and he doesn't just play ball with a very corrupt system. He's indicted in New York. Everyone's laughing at that indictment. Well, okay, the alternative is Biden. But see, again, when I chose Bernie Sanders over Clinton, there weren't many similarities between Bernie Sanders and Clinton on foreign policy, on economic policy. There weren't many similarities. In 2016, maybe now there is. Maybe Bernie Sanders is just, a good, loyal Democrat now, and he will go with never-ending military conflict. It's fine. He's a political creature. Trump is not. Trump says no to the GOP, no to never-Trumpers, no to the Lincoln Project, no to the Democratic Party, no to anyone that tries to control him. And he's against never-ending military conflict. That invasion in Europe would never have taken place under Trump, and the invasion that might happen with Taiwan wouldn't have taken place under Trump. It's interesting. The stupid rebuttal from people is, could you imagine if this was Trump? Like, yeah, we wouldn't have any of these things because we didn't even have them when he was in office. See, we already have a reference point. Some people are too, some maniacs are just too far into the cult on the left to understand. We already have a reference point, genius. He was already president. We didn't have the invasion in Europe. We didn't have the inflation. We weren't 90 seconds to midnight. We didn't have Taiwan on the verge of, God forbid, being invaded. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. DeSantis doesn't have any of that cachet. Give me your thoughts. Hit subscribe and be here tonight for the live stream at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you very much, everybody. Be here tonight.